Welcome to Christian Statesman. I'm your host, Zach Wagner, and this is episode 64. No more free elections? In past episodes, we have decried the fact that there was a tremendous amount of interference in the 2020 election. Sidney Powell's detailed report of 276 pages, or Mike Lindell's 3-hour-long video, provides some specifics. Such troublesome details are now accepted in all mainstream sources as an unproven conspiracy theory. Try finding either Powell or Lindell's work online. Curiously, Google search engines will not get you there. It begs the question why any comprehensive investigation is off limits to anyone or any institution considered mainstream. We may have our answer in the bill H.R. 1. It is concerning that nearly everything coming out of the House or from Biden's desk is either blatantly unconstitutional or sets the stage for further erosion of the Constitution. As Democrats vote in lockstep to further remove our rights, placing tighter bureaucratic control over everything, Republicans do little to resist. And now, under H.R. 1, the Democrats can institutionalize their power base permanently into the future. The first tenet of H.R. 1 that should be roundly rejected by every representative who has sworn allegiance to the Constitution is the fact that the bill establishes sweeping federal guidelines for elections. The unfortunate overreach here revolves around the constitutional directive that states are to conduct elections according to their own laws. A federal umbrella is directly opposed to the balance of power between state and federal government. Not that anyone is paying attention at this point. Most states have had their sovereignty usurped by federal law and federal bureaucracy for decades. We are so used to it by this point it hardly raises an eyebrow anymore. And that is exactly what the scheming plutocrats in Washington are hoping for. Nothing to see here. Move on, please. The mandates in the bill allowing permanent mail-in voting, allowing votes to be counted long after any state-mandated deadlines, and so forth, set the stage for permanent election engineering. The truckloads of ballots driven from New York to Pennsylvania last year will become de rigueur across the nation in the future. Don't like the election night results? Just wait a few days. The needed results will soon magically appear. Just as in the state of Pennsylvania in 2020, where Trump was ahead by 10 points, and suddenly in the wee hours of Wednesday morning, while everyone was sleeping, 570,000 votes appeared for Biden to 3,500 votes for Trump. A virtual statistical impossibility hailed as an election triumph. Democracy at work indeed. This evidence was presented to the state legislature where eyebrows were raised and hands wrung, but no further action was taken. Simply inexcusable. Why point all this out at the risk of raising the ire of tech platforms and uninformed voters alike? Because the if-then scenarios surrounding all of this is quite simple. If this sort of meddling has gone on without being truly challenged, then we have a big problem. If legislation like H.R. 1 passes, then that problem becomes woven into the fabric of our electoral system. In short, we will never have a free election again, at least on a national level. We will then be subject to representatives and bureaucrats who will do the bidding of whatever direction the establishment itself decides to go. You as the voter will have little say in anything. You will not be able to vote out incumbents who engage in questionable or unconstitutional undertakings. They will not be elected officials, but installed officials. And unlike your Windows programming, they do not come with an uninstall button. Short of civil disobedience and civil disorder, what are the options? Obviously, this is a scenario that nobody wants to see. But it is the scenario that faces us if we allow H.R. 1 and any other legislation like it to become the law of the land. As states scramble to preserve constitutionality within their own borders, our representatives at the national level seem determined to strip the last of our rights away as quickly as possible. Institutionalizing election engineering would be a coup de grace to any semblance of free elections or any delusional concept of actual representation. Anyone who deems himself a conservative or patriot had better get on this ASAP. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, have a wonderful day.